The Oscar and Razzie nominations have come in. What do we think about those nominations? And Takeover is coming up soon in a few hours, and the Royal Rumble is this Sunday. Who do we have?
That's my favorite.
Right here, we're about to start with the movie ticket review.
I'm off the chain, time to go against the grain. I'm off the chain, never gonna be the same. I'm off the chain, time to go against the grain. I'm off the chain.
Hello, guys, and welcome to the next podcast and what we're going to try to do a little bit more often. But this is the first part of the movie ticket. I'm your host, Ian Gallo Loco, and with me, as usual, NickrishChicken.
Hey, guys.
So, if you recall in our worst films of last year, Nick kind of mentioned that it was our own version of the Razzies, but he called it the Nudgies. Which, yeah, awesome name. But since the Razzies already exist, I thought there's no reason to use that as a title. But just like now, for like the past 38 years now, the Razzies now have come to us with what is known as the worst pictures of the year, voted by a special panel.
Special's right.
Yeah. And pretty much after looking over the nominees and stuff, mostly what I can say is they really just kept it narrow to a few that really do deserve it, and some question marks for me. But let's kind of dive into some of the categories. For Worst Picture, we have 50 Shades Darker, which I'm pretty sure neither of us saw, and we don't plan on seeing any of them. Sorry, fans. The Mummy clearly should be on there. Transformers: The Last Night, without a doubt, needs to be on there. Which, by the way, Transformers has the most nominations. The Emoji Movie, just, the same thing that happens to have been our worst pick of the last year. And Baywatch.
And that was on was that mine one of the worst?
It was on your worst.
It was.
I kind of think that it could be replaced with something else, in my opinion. Baywatch was a guilty pleasure for me last year.
I didn't like it.
It knew it was stupid. It knew it was ridiculous. So I enjoyed that part of it. So should we kind of expect that Emoji Movie should lose since it's our number one worst? Or could we easily see something else, actually?
It's probably not going to get it because, the Oscars go about the same way. Whoever I think deserves it doesn't get it. So I'm going to go ahead and bet it's going to be, Emoji Movie is going to be an honorable mention as far as losing goes.
So which one do you think will win? Is it kind of win or lose with the Razzie? I honestly could see it going to Transformers. I think it needs to be hit over the head that this needs to just go away, even though we're getting the Bumblebee movie.
I'm going to go Mummy.
Oh, you're going to go Mummy?
Yep.
Okay. Next category, pretty big one to talk about, is Worst Director.
Michael Bay.
Well, Michael Bay is on there for Transformers Last Night. Also have the director James Foley for 50 Shades Darker. Alex Kurtzman for The Mummy. Tony Leonardis
for the
Emoji Movie. And Darren Aronofsky for Mother. I know that you are not a gigantic fan of The Mother, but does he deserve to be on there?
I don't think he deserves to be on that. And then, of course, we'll get into later what's on, been brought forward for Mother, but I didn't dislike it as much as a lot of people did, but I'm kind of in the middle about it.
Well, I think that it mostly got in there because of the cinema score and all the people that came out and said that it was awful and stuff, and wasn't exactly what I expected. Well, you know what? It was different. It was bold, but it was not helmed bad. Darren Aronofsky, I think, is a really competent, really good director. He just does strange things that nobody is usually really into that much. So yeah, do we see Michael Bay winning this? And more importantly, is he going to be there to receive it? No.
Yeah, he will.
I don't think he will. I don't think mostly
I
any.
think he's passing off the helm of Transformers to somebody else. So I can actually enjoy it.
But I don't think actually most people are even there to receive it. Halle Berry was surprisingly there for Catwoman.
Maybe because she knew. That's respect right there.
Worst actor: Tom Cruise in The Mummy, Johnny Depp for Pirates, Jamie and
Who cares?
50 Shades. Zac Efron for Baywatch.
Yeah.
I do not think that he needs to be on there. And Mark Wahlberg for Daddy's Home 2 and Transformers.
Were you telling our picks?
Just who we think and who we deserve.
Well, I haven't seen 50 Shades Gayer, so
we're not going to go with that.
I'm going to go with Tom Cruise.
I'm going to go with Mark Wahlberg. He's also been in the news.
Oh, I didn't even see in Transformers, but he was in two bad ones, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
And he's also been in the press for a lot of stuff with other shit going on, so I think that they'll give it to him. Worst actress, Katherine Heigl for Unforgettable, which we didn't see. Dakota Fanning for 50 Shades Darker. What?
Did I see this right? One of the nominees. Let's say Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Tyler Perry, because he portrayed a woman as Medea.
I'm going with Tyler Perry.
And Emma Watson for Circle, which I didn't see. Okay, and again, here we go. Does Jennifer Lawrence deserve to be up for this, for Mother? I do not think so.
They probably could have found somebody else, but as much crap as that movie got, it doesn't surprise me that she's up for it, but I didn't think she should have been up for it.
No.
But it doesn't surprise me that she's up for it.
I actually thought that she gave a really good performance in that. If she was going to get promoted, if she was going to get nominated for something like this, it would have been like for X-Men Apocalypse, because she definitely was bad in it. Yeah, I think for laughs and shits and giggles, they'd probably give it to Tyler Perry. Worst supporting actor, Javier Bardem for Mother. Pirates, yeah, he wasn't good, but he was not bad in Mother. Russell Crowe for The Mummy. Josh Duhamel for Transformers. Mel Gibson for Daddy's Home 2. And Anthony Hopkins for Collide, which we didn't see, but nobody remembers it, and Transformers. I'm going to say Josh Duhamel gets it.
I'm going to go Russell Crowe. That movie was atrocious.
Yeah, no,
we've
definitely gotten your thoughts on that.
And so was he. So that was the dumbest portrayal of a character. One of the dumbest. And it was a horrible Jekyll.
He was just doing what he was told. Worst supporting actress, we have Kim Basinger for 50 Shades Darker. Sophia from The Mummy. Laura Haddock from Transformers. Goldie Hawn from Snatched, which I didn't see, and I'm pretty sure you didn't. And Susan Sarandon for A Bad Mom's Christmas.
Can all of them win?
Well, how many of
or
these...
technically, can all of them lose?
How many of these... But you didn't see
I've only seen two, but from what I've heard from Snatched, I guess Goldie Hawn is atrocious. So based on that, I'm probably going to go Goldie Hawn. Just because she made a return and did this movie. And I heard she was atrocious. I'm
going to go with Sophia from The Mummy, because not only is she bad, it's one of the worst female-written characters.
But I like her.
Really?
Well, I mean, I liked her in Atomic Blonde quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, that was one I didn't see.
Oh, there you go.
And then here's like the weird stuff that the Razzies do. They have really weird named categories, like worst screen cameo. Any combination of any combination of two characters, two sex toys, two sexual positions, 50 Shades Darker.
What the freaking
Any
shit?
Combination of two humans, two robots, and two explosions in Transformers. Any two obnoxious emoji movie. Johnny Depp and his worn-out drunk routine, Pirates, Tyler Perry, and either the ratty old dress or worn-out wig of Boo Medea Halloween. Again, I think they're going to just go mostly with the Transformers, so I'm going to go Transformers.
I'm going to go emoji.
Okay. Worst prequel, remake, ripoff, or sequel? Baywatch, Boo Medea Halloween, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, Transformers. I'm going to go Transformers.
God. I've only seen 3 of these. Oh my God. Well, I might go Transformers on that one.
Mm-hmm. And finally, because there's not that many of these, worst screenplay, Baywatch, Emoji Movie, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, Transformers. I'm going to go with the Emoji Movie.
Yep.
Because it simply has the line of, emojis are the most important thing ever developed by mankind. If you say that in your film, your writing is awful and you deserve to die.
I still think that should win the most, but that's just me.
Well, it would easily win the worst because we thought it was the worst film, but what's going to get the most attention probably? And I think that's Transformers.
Based on how big the franchise is.
Exactly. So, overall, I think...
who cares?
It is a who cares, but I'm still just kind of pissed off that Mother got so much recognition for this because it's not a horribly made movie, in my opinion, and it doesn't deserve to be in the same conversation as Transformers, as Emoji Movie, as 50 Shades Darker. Even though I've not seen that, I've heard awful things. It's because of the low score from cinema goers is why it's on there, and I think that's just awful.
I didn't give it as much hate as a lot of people did. But I can see where people didn't like it. Like I said, I'm in the middle. I may watch it again one of these days. Maybe it'll change my mind. But when I saw it was just...
You can borrow it from me for any time.
I was just like, what the freaking hell? Yeah. That probably should have been cut out. And obviously something else should have been added in. Mm-hmm. We could have said many things. But, wait. Snowman wasn't in any of that crap. Are you kidding me? I just don't notice that. Oh my God.
That
what?
Boring piece of shit, underperforming.
Okay, the Razzies. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. I cannot believe this. Not nominated for anything.
Yeah, it's not nominated for anything.
Dude, I'm going to be on the board next year.
Oh, I'm sure we would like to be on the board for both of these. Oh my God. But, so we got the Razzies done.
That's a travesty. Anyways, let's go on.
Yeah, so now it's to the most prestigious time, and even though I know for some of us we don't really hold these high of a regard nowadays because a lot of films now and performances don't get shit notification for it. But it's time for what the Oscars were nominated and who was there and who gets the honorable treatment. So, Shape of Water actually has the most nominations with 13, next being Dunkirk with 8, 3 Billboards with 7, Darkest Hour and Phantom Thread at 6. So those are the big ones with the most. How many they'll win is the next question. So, gonna kind of go from like the lowest technical stuff, because I have a feeling like some of the movies that we really want to hear about are there. Best film editing, Baby Driver, Dunkirk, I, Tonya, Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards. I'm going to give it to Baby Driver.
Oh, God. Who's up for it again?
Baby Driver, Dunkirk, I, Tonya, Shape of Water, 3 Billboards.
Well, I haven't seen 2 of the 5.
Yeah.
But,
I have not seen 1.
I would like to see, or like to give it to Baby Driver, because I got a feeling the 2 that I have seen outside of that are going to win quite a few awards. So I'm going to give it to Baby Driver, because I think they should win something.
I think they should win something, but I also think that this actually is something it should win. I thought the editing was really good.
Again, you think that.
Yeah, I know. Well, we think that.
Yeah.
Best visual effects: Blade Runner 2049, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Kong Skull Island, Star Wars Last Jedi, War for the Planet of the Apes. For me, it's a toss-up between two, which would be Blade Runner and War, because I love the way that the apes looked, and it was just astonishing. But Blade Runner is one of those that I felt was snubbed big time this year, so I'm going to give Blade Runner.
For me, it'd be between Blade Runner, Star Wars, and War. Naturally, all three are big franchises. But I was telling him actually during the movie, when we were watching it, that I think I looked over him and said, "Holy shit, did you just see that backdrop?" And it was Blade Runner 2049. It looked incredible. I don't know how they could have made it look better, to be honest with you. And that's probably the only movie you could say about that, because there's certain parts of certain movies you're like, oh, they could have done that. But Blade Runner 2049 was spectacular, and they should definitely
win. Best makeup and hairstyling: Darkest Hour, Victoria and Abdul. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it. Abdul, and Wonder.
I'm going Darkest Hour.
Darkest Hour,
because
yeah.
I could not believe that was Gary Oldman.
Mm-hmm.
We just recently saw that.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
And it's a great performance, too. Best costume design: Beauty and the Beast, Darkest Hour, Phantom Thread, Shape of Water, and Victoria and Abdul. I'm going to go with, even though I've not seen it, I have heard countless things about this, and I'm going to go Phantom Thread.
I can't say it's going to win because I haven't seen it, so I'm going to go Shape of Water. Awesome.
Interesting. Neither of us are going with Beauty and the Beast.
No thanks.
Best production design: Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner 2049, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, and Shape of Water. Again, because I feel so bad for it, I want to give it to Blade Runner, but I can see Shape of Water winning it.
Yep. Shape of Water.
Best cinematography. Okay, I am sorry. I know that you all have this nomination. Roger Deakins for Blade Runner 2049 needs to win this. If he doesn't, I really am just done with you, Academy. But other than him...
You haven't been done with them?
I've been on the cusp. Blade Runner, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk. I've been starting to hear about this movie, but I hadn't really heard about it at all. Mudbound and Shape of Water are up for Best Cinematography.
I could see where all four of the ones I've seen could win this. All have, great different parts in their own varieties, but I'm going to have to go with Blade Runner as well. Your argument was good enough for me.
Okay. Best sound editing: Baby Driver, Blade Runner, Dunkirk, Shape of Water, Star Wars. Again, because I think it should win a lot of the technical stuff, I want to give it to Blade Runner. However, I could also see Dunkirk winning.
You know what? I think actually this could be where Star Wars wins. I'm going to pick the upset. I'm going Star Wars.
Okay. Best sound mixing: Baby Driver, Blade Runner, Dunkirk, Shape of Water, Star Wars.
I'm going
with Blade Runner.
Yeah, I think they'll win the mixing. I think the editing goes to Star Wars.
Best original score: Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, which I've seen, Shape of Water, Star Wars, 3 Billboards. I could just see them giving it to Dunkirk.
This is a Hans Zimmer versus John Williams for me. Two of the best. I'm going Star Wars.
Okay. This is kind of a hard one because I don't know how many of these we actually have heard. But best original song:
Ooh, this is easy for me.
Midnight River, Mystery of Love, Remember Me from Coco. Stand Up. Up for Something, Marshall. This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. I'm going with Remember Me. From Coco.
My favorite album this year was actually Greatest Showman. I thought that was great, but I think the song would be Remember Me. But I love This Is Me. I could see where that would win too, but that Coco song's been all over the internet and everybody's singing it, so I got a feeling that's going to win.
Yep. I have a feeling we've really not seen Best Live Action Film Short, Best Animated Short, really. So we're just going to move on. Documentaries, I've not seen many documentaries this year. I don't know about you.
I have, but I'm probably not any of those.
Okay, so we're going to do Best Animated Feature Film, which this to me shows that this was not a great year for animated films, but why some of these are here and
Ferdinand
are not there is the big question. The Boss Baby is there. Breadwinner, which I've not seen, so I can't comment on. Coco, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent. Why is Batman Lego not in there? Oh, I'm sorry, probably because it's Lego Batman, which is really a toss-up for me between that or Coco, but I easily see Coco winning this. But what the fuck? Why is Boss Baby and Ferdinand in there?
I don't know, like I said, Oscars are getting a bad rep, in my opinion, so it doesn't really surprise me. I'd give it to Coco, even if, Batman was in there too, because I actually I liked it, but it wasn't near as good as the original Lego movie, so.
So next, Best Original Screenplay. Big Sick, Get Out, Lady Bird, Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards. This is, to me, the one that I see Get Out possibly winning the most, so I'm going to go with Get Out.
Please God. Well, you all know how I felt about the movie. My favorite of the year. I'm happy it got nominated. I will go with Jordan Peele because I love the guy. And of course, these movies are all deserving. I haven't seen Lady Bird, but I've heard it's amazing. But I'm really happy he's nominated for this. But I'm going to pick Get Out.
Best Adapted Screenplay, Call Me By Your Name, Disaster Artist, Logan, Molly's Game, and Mudbound. Because, again, Logan does not get the fucking... I'm going with Logan. It needs to win something.
It probably won't, but I'm going to go with Logan as well.
So now to the bigger categories. Best Supporting Actor, Willem Dafoe for The Florida Project, Woody Harrelson for 3 Billboards, Richard Jenkins for Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World, and Sam Rockwell for 3 Billboards. I'm going to go with Sam Rockwell. He's got the most heat going into this.
And he was amazing on Saturday Night Live. Anyways, I have only seen 1 of the 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go with Richard Jenkins, The Shape of Water, because it's the only one I've seen. So, y'all can argue with that, but if I've seen it, I can judge on it. So
there's no reason why Richard Jenkins also can't get it, because he was also really good. Best Supporting Actress, Mary J. Blige in Mudbound, which I've not seen. Allison Janney from I, Tonya, which I've not seen, but I've been hearing a lot of things.
She's awesome.
Leslie Manville from Phantom Thread, which I've not seen. Lauren McKeff from Lady Bird, which I've heard really good things. And Octavia Spencer from Shape of Water, which was really good. I'm going to go with Allison from I, Tonya. I just keep hearing more about that.
Go with Octavia Spencer. Again, it's the only one I've seen out of the 5, so that's all I can put my voting on.
Best Actor, Timothy Chalamet. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name.
Chalamet? I have no idea.
From Call Me By Your Name, which we've not seen. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, maybe.
Phantom Thread, but we've not seen it.
Daniel Kaluuya. Yeah.
From Get Out. Gary Oldman from Darkest Hour, and Denzel Washington from Roman J. Israel.
Wow.
which I've really not been hearing much.
Yeah, I was
about
like,
that.
what the hell? So,
I mean, I'm not going to say that Denzel was bad because he's never bad in
where
anything.
was Hugh Jackman?
Exactly.
Hugh
Where was
Jackman.
he
I love
for Logan?
No, hang on. This is not a, I love Denzel Washington to death.
we're
love
not
him
saying
to death. But it should have been Hugh Jackman.
that. Yeah. I mean,
one of two for me.
I've not seen most of these, but I'm going to go with Gary Oldman. He was really, really good, but he also has the most going into it.
Can I do a 50-50 deal on this?
No, you can't.
God damn it. Well, I'm going to lean towards Gary Oldman because that was absolutely spectacular what he did. Mm-hmm. But I do think Daniel Kaluuya definitely deserves something. And obviously he's going to...
He is already kind of getting it. He's getting the recognition.
And he's coming up in Black Panther and stuff, which I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
But he was fantastic. And I'm glad he was nominated. And Oscars did something right.
Best Actress, Sally Hawkins for Shape of Water. Frances McDormand for 3 Billboards. Margot Robbie for I, Tonya. Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird. And Meryl Streep for The Post.
Oh, man.
Frances, she's been winning a bunch of awards going into this. I've seen it. I'm going with Frances. One I would have thrown in there is Jessica Chastain from Molly's Game.
I ain't going to do that. I've only seen one of these, so I don't think she's going to get it, but I'm going to go with Sally Hawkins. It's only one of the 5 I've seen. Wouldn't be surprised if Frances wins it. Wouldn't be surprised if Cersei wins it because Lady Bird is getting such praise.
Mm-hmm. So now that brings us to the biggest.
Oh, God!
Well, 2 biggest. Best Director, Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk. Jordan Peele for Get Out. Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird. Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread. And Guillermo del Toro for Shape of Water. I'm going with Guillermo del Toro, Shape of Water. I think he deserves it, and he's getting the most Oscar and awards heat.
I know who I want to give it to, but yeah, I agree. Guillermo del Toro does fantastic work, and I think he gets better as he ages. So I'm going to go Shape of Water, but Nolan definitely is up there, and Jordan Peele, man. Mm-hmm. What a year 2017 was for him. I'm so excited to see what he has in the future.
Okay. And now to the biggest award of the year. Best Picture. Call Me By Your Name. Darkest Hour. Dunkirk. Get Out. Lady Bird. Phantom Thread. The Post. Shape of Water. And 3 Billboards.
It's hard for me because I've only seen 4 of the 9. Ouch. Sucky year for me seeing movies.
2, 3. I've seen 5. To me, when it comes to this, it's not necessarily the film that I would give almost always, that was my favorite that year. I think it should be the one that has the most to say about what's going on right now. And that, it can hold up over time when you look back. It still holds up, and it's very relevant, and it can push forward. I would absolutely love to see Get Out get this.
Oh, I would too. That would be great. Dude, you talk about the biggest upset in mankind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm going to go with Shape of Water.
Wow. I'm saying for Ian's word, I would love to see Get Out win. I would think that would be such a difference maker in the Oscars. I think that would turn everything around. And obviously, all this crap we have going on this year, Jordan Peele won it. That'd be such a fantastic thing. But that being said, I think it's actually between 2 and one of them I haven't seen, which I think Lady Bird could be the winner. But I am going to go Shape of Water. 13 nominations. I mean, that just explains itself right there. So, there's nothing really else much to say other than, Guillermo del Toro is going to ring in the buku bucks and the trophies.
And what's sad is that there's still a number of people that don't feel like seeing this because their excuse is it's a woman having sex with a fish. You know what? Get over that, you jackasses.
Yeah, Damon, go see it. Damon says it all the time.
Apparently, we're calling out Damon here.
There you go.
So yeah, guys, that's our reaction and our kind of picks for the Oscars. We'll see how it goes.
It's going to be a good year.
Just for time constraints, this is going to be the end of this podcast. We're going to do a separate one for our NXT and other picks, just so we don't feel pressured. But yeah, so overall feelings of the Razzies and the Oscars?
The Razzies are pretty straightforward, except for the fact that Snowman wasn't involved. I'm emailing him. Screw this, I'm emailing him. Okay.
Which he means go to Twitter.
Yeah, probably. So sign this petition. Oscars again. There were a lot of snubs. Logan and Wonder Woman. Yeah, it's the same every year. I just hope it's a little different this year, and there's a lot of upsets.
Yeah.
Screw you, Oscars.
Okay. Yeah, easily to me with the Razzies, it felt very narrow at what they picked, but I also think that's kind of a positive, how they feel the year was overall. To me, it was a much better year than a worse year. And Oscars, yeah. I'm sorry, Academy, but I'm still raising up that middle finger because why the fuck isn't Hugh Jackman up for Logan? So, yeah, I would love to see some more original stuff win this year, like Shape of Water. I'm also really pissed about Blade Runner, but I hope they win more of the technical awards to kind of balance that out.
Oh, and just in case you didn't remember, Get Out was a horror movie. Mm-hmm. So, and it's up for Best Picture.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a rarity. Okay.
Well, I would like to go back and see whenever was the last time that a horror movie was up for Best Picture, because I don't think it ever is.
Either if it hasn't been, it's been once or twice, because this is a rarity and a once in a lifetime, and that's why I think it should win.
Well, but it's a horror commentary, so that's what elevates it to be able to be appreciated like that. So yeah, guys, that's been the movie ticket review. We will be going to Bullet Picks with another upcoming podcast really shortly. So other than that, see you guys next time. Watch well, I don't think you can watch the Razzies. Watch the Oscars if you want to. If you can't, it's too long. I totally understand it. Other than that, Gallo Loco.
NickrishChicken.
We'll be back really shortly. Signing off.